G'day, good evening, hello. Hope you're well. Thank you for listening. This is a medical cannabis show, and I respect the law, and I hope you do too. Today's an open topic, so the topic will be decided when chat comes in, and it'll be educational and scientific purposes. The show is for, so information's fact-checked, and I'll be putting in the description any studies that I go through or any relevant links that I go through. They'll be in the description for later on to go through for your viewing. So, as nothing's been decided for today, if you're watching this back and it's gone for longer than 10 minutes, that means the show will have had a title and started. So you'd want to skip through for when you see some slides or when you see some action. Usually it's sort of, it's hard to say, but sort of 5 to 10 minute mark, around then. Usually there's been some comments or discussion in chat which has generated the topic for today's show, and that's when you'll find that information. Actually, I'll probably try and add it to later on in the fiddle with the things. Anyway, that didn't come out well. I'll wait for till 2 minutes, so another 30 seconds now I'll give it, and then hopefully some people will have arrived and there'll be something to talk about that's relevant. So 20 more seconds to go. Um, 10 seconds now. And it's at 2 minutes, so I've got to start speaking. And I don't know what to speak about. So hopefully someone soon will suggest something that we can chat about. If you actually go into my playlists, there's numerous lectures that I've posted there and saved there for you guys and girls to go through. So if you put into the search engine up there in the playlists your question, I suppose, it should come up with some lectures, and then you can go and learn exactly off of professors and stuff like that I get my lectures off, and get the detailed information on what the topic is that you'd like to review or discuss, or get your answer for. That's one way. And there's heaps of them, and there's so many lectures there. Must be at least 1,000, I reckon, because I've done a lot of university courses, and all of the recent ones, the ones that I can save when they send me the private links for, I post that in a folder. So I make up the course files in a folder. And ones that are general, like botany, that's pretty cool. That's just got random ones, but maybe 100 odd lectures per year for the 4 years of the botany, first year, second year, third year, fourth year. Looks like it's going to be a bit of not much of a show today. Seems to be I'm the only one here for some reason. That's what it says anyway. Okay. Is that true? Yep. Oh well, it's all right. I've been in a slow show for a while, actually. And between me and you, the cricket is on. There is the finals, semi-finals, playing in the States at the moment, USA. And, so looks like I'm going to get to watch the rest of that cricket match. It's been 4 minutes and 20 seconds. So I'll still give it a bit, because there's always latecomers. But as the way we go, it's not looking too good for a show today. What else can I talk about? My playlists, or my studies, I suppose. That's this semester started back at university, and I'm doing a couple of advanced microbiology courses and how to control microbes and use them to work for you. And what's the other course I'm doing? Plant physiology. I've already done that one. the same title course at another university, but I'm just doing it at this one because I haven't done it at this uni before. If I learn one thing out of the course, I consider that really cool because that's one thing I didn't know before. So there's a high chance that I'll at least refresh my memory, and there'll be some new advances in the studies, like because these courses, they get updated all the time. So I'll get to see some new stuff. I hope try some new things out in plant science, soil science and microbiology. It's great fun. That's why I get into this study, because it's so beneficial. It really helps me. The techniques work from the new, because other people, the scientists go through and they write papers, and then they make courses out of those papers, and then they'll put in how different processes work from the experiments that people have done, and therefore you've got a course. And it takes a heaps to do that, so it's not that easy, but that's basically how it's done. And then I go and look at that course, like nanotechnology in agriculture. That was fascinating. They only put there was a whole course maybe on 10 or 15 studies. But I can talk about that for some time. It's the future. So it's just cool. As science is advancing, the technology is getting better to test and diagnose things, and we can learn more. So it's great to be into science. It's for ever-changing industry. And all these things that I have learnt, they'll probably go and change too with different advancements in science. It's great. Yes, there's not much of a show today. I'll be wrapping it up in 3 minutes. Infinite Wonders. Hey, hey. How you going, Infinite Wonders? This is... I give it a few minutes, and if there's no show, I'll give it till 10 minutes, and then it's not going to be one. And it's nearly up to 10 minutes, and there's been no topics or anything to discuss. So unless something comes through very, very soon, we'll be wrapping up very soon. So if you've got anything, Infinite Wonders, drop it in the chat. Any myths or questions you've heard of late? Plant science, soil science, and microbiology. And I can show some slides and we can get some discussion happening. If not, save your questions till next week, and save your questions till next week, and we can go through them even more, because it's been 8 minutes now, so I don't mind having an early show, because it's been ages since I've had an early show. So suit yourselves, but that's what I'm here for the chat. And Infinite Wonders, you're not monetized either. If you come back a few times and just say some stuff, Infinite Wonders, I'll monetize you as a mediator. Hello, Lene, nice to see you. Bit hectic on my end today. I've been listening though. Oh yeah, that's no good. Hope your day gets better for you in the night. Yes, it won't be going very much. 60 more seconds. And I think that's today. No worries. You sound Australian too, Infinite Wonders. I don't get many Australian folk on this stream. All folk are welcome though. But yes, because I don't do drama. That's why. I like the facts. I like science. Just straight talking about plants and soils, substrates, different processes, chemical exchanges, how to enhance genetics. It's all good fun. Oh, yeah. Northwest Vic. Very nice. Very, very nice. Well, save your question. Get some questions, Infinite Wonders, that you've heard about and you'd like some clarification on. Is this really true, or does this happen, or is this process? What do you think about this? Get those types of questions down, write them on your fridge or whatever, and bring them for next week, and we can go through some of them. And that's how I make my shows. So after you put down something, for instance, on like, how does a plant get water. I'll go through those water exchange processes and then I'll retitle the show Water or something along the water lines. It depends how this stream eventuates. That's how I have been taking the shows this year. Last few years I've had titles to them, and I had to do heaps of work for that and didn't really get anything out of it. So I'm going a different route. Seems to be pretty good. Getting some educational recognition finally for the scientific studies that I've done. So that's great, because I am an organic plant scientist. From all the studies that I've done, I contribute to the plant industry. It's really good. I was just about to say goodbye. Can you hear me a natural male to produce bud? Of course, I'm assuming the bud will be super, but curious if reversing can happen. Yes, it's called epithiol, EPTHIOLION. That's the name of the spray that you'll want to get, and you reverse the male. So if you want to, some people want to test their males, so they reverse them into flower, into female, and then bang, test them. And you know if it was worthwhile keeping those anthers or the pistils, the white, the reproductive bits, but then you know if it's worthwhile doing. We're just about to wrap it up. GMF, hello, nice to see you, mate. I was just going to say, see you later. Yes. Is that helped Infinite Wonders? I can go into it, elaborate a lot more, but you just woke from a hard posting in that. Nice one. What's wrong with napping? I'm sure has helped. All right, Rad, you're welcome, mate. Yeah, any difficult questions like that, and I've got plenty of slides where I can go into detail and show how things happen and why, but I'm glad that little short summary helped you, because today's going to be pretty short. GMF, the cricket's on in your country. The cricket semi-finals. Yes, cricket, woohoo! USA made the world finals this year. So that's on. GMF says too, floral is the name of the product in the US, not safe to smoke. Yes, very good. Thanks for your input, mate. Cricket, like fighting cricket. No, it's with a ball, and it's called a gentleman's game. And there's never been a punch up in it. And I was just kidding. Okay, but yeah, it's kind of new in the States, but it's pretty large in Australia and other nations, and it's in the Olympics now. No, actually it's in the Commonwealth Games. But yeah, I like cricket. It's good, and it's on right now on the Texas Super Kings versus the Unicorns. And there's a few Australian players in it, so it's good to watch because I know the players, and yeah, it's fun. It's a very short match, so it only goes for 3 hours. So it finishes in about an hour and a half, 2 hours. But just kidding, he said. Yeah, well, today's a short show. Look at that, short show, everyone. Save your questions till next week. Write them down if you've forgotten what they are, and I can elaborate a lot more. And it's hoped that next week will be a good informative show for all to get info from. GMF says, I heard people get straight up drunk when the cricket's on. That's a busy 3 hours. Yeah, maybe this new format, they've made it to appeal to more people. The cricket used to be played over 5 days, and then it got shortened down to 1 day where they played the second style of the cricket. So there's a 5-day test match, as a 1 day, 9-hour match. And now they've shortened it down to a 20-20 match, which is called 20-20 because there's only 20 overs each side, and that goes for 3 hours. And the 20-20 matches, they belt the shit out of the ball. It goes over the boundary. They interact with the crowd a lot more. they try and make it a people's event. It's and I really enjoy it. It's a good time to tune out and watch some really cool cricket shots. And the chicks play it just as well too. They've got really good skills. They can get down and play all these weird over the head shots and play it left-handed when they're right-handed batters. It's a good sport. Go Unicorns! Yes. The 2020 roots. Yep, I like cricket too. It's very good fun. There's never been a fight in it. It's peaceful. So let's go and watch that. Righto. Well, I am. So thanks for today, people listening, and for putting some stuff in the chat. It's nice to meet you, Infinite Wonders, or if I've met you before, sorry, I don't remember. It's nice to see you here anyway. So, yeah. Thanks, everybody. There is a few people listening now. It was a short stream today. Not much happened. And I hope you save your questions till next week. So thanks, everybody. And I'll catch you next week. I'll put the questions after little things, byes after I say goodbye. That seems to be all right. So I'll give it 30 seconds. So happy breeding, happy growing, good health to you all. See you next week. Bye-bye. Oh, okay. Ooh. Bye-bye.